Hey, friends, welcome back. If you are tired of fixing, fighting, or forcing your way through life, this episode is for you. Today, we are leaning deep into the power of surrender, not as weakness, but as wisdom. This is for anyone, but especially the woman who's always holding it together for everyone else, who's been hustling for healing, and who just keeps asking, why can't I just feel better? You are not broken, sister. You are breaking free. In the next few minutes, I'm giving you permission to exhale, to stop performing, and to practice a radical new approach. And that is being exactly where you are. So let's explore what happens when we stop fixing and we start feeling. Take a breath and stick with me.
Hey there, my sister, my friend. Welcome to the Dr. Tanya B podcast with me, Dr. Tanya B. I am here to help you be your best, most authentic self, your life, your way. We're going to talk everything self-care, self-love, mindset, and personal growth with a splash of hippie woo. I am proud of you for giving yourself this time today, so let's not waste time and let's dig in.
Welcome back, beautiful soul. I'm so glad that you are taking this time for you today. I have a bit of a cold, as you can hear. I know I don't sound amazing, so bear with me, and I promise we'll do our best to get through this. So last week, we cracked open the door to surrender. Just a little quick peek. I talked a little bit about surrender and what it means, and then I shared the monthly meditation to get us comfortable getting ready to talk about surrender. So don't forget to go back and use that meditation as often as you need. It's always there for you. When I am talking about surrender in terms of our well being and happiness, I am not talking about throwing in the towel or giving up, or again, not about being weak. I am talking about letting go of this tight grip that you have had on fixing yourself. And I know that it is a stretch for a lot of you. You are used to managing the mess, keeping everyone else afloat, running the show with grace, even when you are running on empty. So to sit down and say, I am not fixing anything today, sounds ridiculous. It's radical. That's rebellion. And my friend, that is the beginning of freedom. Today, we are going to dig in just a little bit deeper, not into the doing, but into the being, into leaning and learning, just to sit with what is without needing to rush to the solution. Because sometimes the most healing thing that you can do is to stop trying to fix something that was never broken, you included. You've heard me say that I don't like using the word work when I am talking about what we are doing here. When we are talking about healing and taking care of ourselves, it feels icky to me, like I'm asking you to step away from fun and pleasure and peace. But the honest truth is that to get to those things, a place of contentment, of joy, you have to do the work. And sometimes the work is really freaking hard. So let me be 100% open here. I told you a minute ago that in this step, you are not going to fix it. You're going to step back. You're going to give yourself space and just be okay with that. No action. That, my friend, is really hard. It is really hard work. It's not hard because you're doing it wrong, but because it goes against every survival strategy that you have ever been taught. Women, especially Gen X or millennial women, we were raised on self-sacrifice and suppression. We are caregivers, caretakers, fixers, peacemakers. You learned to read the room before you knew how to read. You have been taught that discomfort is dangerous and that tears are weak and that you need to have it all together all the time. So, of course, sitting in this place of surrender feels foreign and really uncomfortable. Sitting in pain without fixing it, that sounds like a failure to the old version of you. But to the healing version of you, that's sacred. That's where alchemy begins. Let me tell you about a client that I've been working with. When she first came to me, she couldn't even name what she was feeling. She just knew that something was off. And she kept saying, I feel crazy. I don't feel like myself. I don't even know who myself is anymore. She was unsettled. She was anxious, exhausted from trying to fix things that she couldn't even define. She wanted to feel like herself again, or maybe even like a better version of herself. But when I asked who that version was, she couldn't really answer. All she could say was, I honestly don't know the answer to that. And so often when I'm working with someone, I start with energy work. And right away, what I found is that her chakras told a story. Her solar plexus, the center of confidence and personal power, was completely just dimmed. Her heart chakra, completely blocked. Through Reiki, I found that she was ungrounded, disconnected from any foundation of safety or self care. Her body was screaming for a return to center, but her mind was still sort of white knuckling it through shame and uncertainty and a deep sense of humiliation. Here's the thing. Energy does not lie. We had to rebuild, and in order to do that, we had to pause. So she had to surrender, not to failure, but to truth. We had to name what actions, choices, patterns brought these feelings of shame, humiliation, not to judge them, but to release their grip on her well being. You can bet your butt that that sucked for her. That really sucked for her. But the suck was short. It was short lived. And then the suck became, it sucked because the strength is pausing, not acting, just learning to be okay with those past actions. We weren't chasing clarity at that point. We're just honoring the confusion. We're letting her be lost so that she could stop pretending that she wasn't. That, my friend, is where healing started. It's not in the fix, it's not in the plan, it's in the surrender. So, that moment, the one where she let go just of trying to be okay and to let herself be seen as she was, that was amazing. That is where everything turned in a new direction. That's when she stopped asking, what's wrong with me? And she started asking, what is this showing me? Here's what we uncovered. She didn't need another thing to do. She needed permission to stop doing, to stop micromanaging her emotions, to stop performing worthiness through productivity. She needed a space to feel what she'd been white knuckling for years, which are the grief of a marriage that didn't work, the resentment of always putting herself last, the shame of not being the mom that she thought she had to be, and a couple of things that she wasn't really proud of. And that's okay. So we just practiced surrender, not once, but over and over again, 1 minute at a time, 2 minutes at a time, until we could sit there for 10 minutes at a time. Sometimes we cried, sometimes we would just breathe, and sometimes she would just feel numb, but she let herself be there without judgment, without fixing it. And then do you know what happened? She didn't fall apart. She found herself in the stillness, in the mess, in the truth that she was finally safe enough to feel. Surrender didn't change her circumstances, it changed her relationship with them. And that changed everything. That is what I'm talking about when I say surrender is the missing medicine. Surrender says, I don't have to have it all figured out. I can be in process. I can be in pain. I can be uncertain and still be worthy. Next week, we're going to dive into a new book by Brianna Wiest. It is called The Mountain Is You. So here we're going to talk about self-sabotage, survival patterns, and the way we become our own mountain, how we get in our own way, and how surrender is the key to finally moving through that. But we can't climb what we refuse to name, and we can't let go of what we won't even admit we're holding. So here's your invitation. Let it be what it is. If you are sad, let yourself feel sad. If you are angry, name the anger. If you are tired, it's okay to rest. And if your brain is screaming, but we need a plan, just smile and say, not today. Today we're going to breathe. Today we're just going to be. I'm sure you've heard me say this by now. You are not broken. You are breaking free. And listen, if this is the medicine that you have been craving, Don't do it alone. Join us inside the Resilience Lab. It's not just content, it's a community of women who are done performing and are ready to transform. Women who are taking off the mask, putting down the to-do list, and doing the real work of emotional rehab and mindset medicine. Or if your heart is pulling you towards something deeper, more personal, then book a one-on-one coaching session with me. This is the season to let someone hold space for you. The links for both of those things are in the notes. And if you have been hanging back, lurking quietly in the background, let this be your sign. I want to see your face. I want to walk with you. Let me help. And then before I wrap this up, I want to leave you with a few reminders. You do not have to have it all together to take up space. You don't have to fix your feelings before you're allowed to have them. You do not need a 5-step plan in order to deserve peace. You just need this moment, this breath, this soft pause. So take it now. Breathe in and exhale slowly. And say a couple of things with me. I am allowed to be where I am. I offer myself grace, not guilt. I surrender my shame, one breath at a time. Let all of that sink in. Next week, we'll climb the mountain, but today we are sitting at the base, getting honest about what we are carrying, and that is not a failure. That is courage. Until then, take care of yourself. I love you.